Yeah. So, who knew about Nigerian kidnappers? I knew a bunch of Nigerian princes trying to give me money. I mean, I know they're really nice that way in emails, but I didn't know that they were stealing kids. To what end? I don't know. This is a problem. I'm going to read this article here. This is who is this? This is the Guardian. Yeah, I love the Guardian. One of the better ones. No, they're just as much a dumpster fire. Let's see what they have to say about this. So, search continues for hundreds of kidnapped Nigerian school children. Nigerian security forces continue to search forests and set up roadblocks in the northwest of the country on Sunday in an attempt to find hundreds of kidnapped school children. But observers said combining the woodland expanses could take weeks. Combing the woodland expanses could take weeks. More than 280 children aged between 7 and 18 were taken from a school in Kuriga, whatever, on Thursday in one of the biggest mass abductions in recent months in Nigeria's turbulent northwest. A further 15 children were taken in another raid on a school in Sokoto on Saturday. The two abductions were the latest in a series of group kidnappings by gunmen, where criminal gangs target schools, colleges, and highways as they hunt for large groups of victims to make ransom demands. More than 200 other people, mostly women and children displaced by conflict, were taken in a separate raid in the northeastern state Borno last week. No group has claimed responsibility for the school abductions. Militant jihadists waging an insurgency in the northeast were suspected of carrying out the kidnapping in Borno. Children who had escaped the kidnappers in Kuriga described their ordeal after being taken from their school in a quiet agrarian village about 60 miles outside the northwest city of Kaduna. At about 8 a.m. on Thursday, when the school's 1,000 students were about to settle into their classes, dozens of armed men in military uniforms rode on motorbikes into the school grounds. Abu Bakar, 18, a secondary school pupil, was among the children herded into the forest as they were beaten with horsewhips, but he managed to escape. We trekked for hours in the scorching heat until we were all exhausted. Abu Bakar told AFP. He said the kidnappers separated girls from boys. There were more girls than boys. That's scary to me because sometimes what happens over there is disgusting to the girls. Hopefully that's not the case here. Luwan Yaro, a villager whose 5 grandchildren were among those abducted, said his hopes were fading. He said people were used to the region's insecurity, but it has never been in this manner. Obviously not. I haven't really heard a lot of stories about 300 kids being abducted and kidnapped and held for ransom. Who are you holding them for ransom on? I wouldn't think that Nigeria is all that rich of a country. What are they expecting people to pay? Are you feeding these kids? How long are you intending on holding them? This is a weird situation. It's kind of, pirates, I get it. These Somalian pirates and such, I get it. But taking kids for ransom, or if you're kidnapping and taking Americans and things like that, where there's money behind the family, even if there isn't money, it's more money than most Nigerians see. But this is a whole weird thing here. More than 3,500 people have been abducted across Nigeria in the last year, according to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, cited by the Associated Press. The gangs are adapting their strategies and further entrenching themselves in the Northwest through extortion. James Barnett, a researcher on West Africa at the U.S.-based Hudson Institute, told the Associated Press. In April 2024, Boko Haram militants triggered an international outcry by kidnapping more than 250 schoolgirls from Chibok in Borno State. Some of those girls are still missing. Oh, God. Nigeria's armed forces are fighting on several fronts, including against armed criminals in the northwest and a long-running jihadist insurgency in the northeast that has killed 40,000 people and displaced more than 2 million since 2009. Wow. That's crazy. It's funny. How would you know that this is a problem? Would you expect that this was a problem in Nigeria, that people are getting kidnapped like crazy? And why? If we're so horny about jumping all over the world and policing everything, why aren't we sending some troops over there? I feel like we could send 100 good, well-trained U.S. troops over there to stop whatever 50 guys on bikes with a few guns from stealing kids. I don't know. This is it's just maddening to me, But I don't know. I guess there's no money or political gain to put anybody over there, so you probably won't see it.